open a few days a week or a few hours a day. The grinding season, okay? The economy's failing, or the dollar is dying. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Yeah, going back to that, what is it? Project Looking Glass, man. You know, through Project Looking Glass and all their sorceries, they're seeing no matter what they do, they lose. Okay, that no matter what they do, evil, righteousness overcomes their plan, their plot, their scheme. Okay? They say, well, the only thing they can do, the only resolution or the only way of fulfilling their enterprise is to nuke the earth. Okay? To destroy Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai's creation. But it's not going to work out for them. Even that's going to fail. Alright, they've done everything they could to try to upset the scriptures, upset prophecy. They shot missiles at the moon. That didn't work. They're trying to go down into the deepest parts of the ocean. They can't do that. Okay, they put poison in our food, in our water, in our air to kill off the Israelites. That's not working. Yeah, that so-called Jew, the Amalekite that created HIV and infected the so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native American communities to eradicate us as a people. That didn't work. It actually backfired on him. Okay? The scriptures say that he's going to dig a pit. He that diggeth the pit shall fall therein. So everything that he's doing is going to turn on him. It's going to be used against him.
You know what's funny about that? Because the highest level of transaction when it comes to HIV and AIDS is homosexual sex, which we know Esau,
It's him by nature.
he partakes in that.
He's a boy lover.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, the Greeks and Romans, they were boy lovers. You know? Esau by nature is hey, the scriptures, oh man, let me get that.
Yep.
Gotta do it, gotta do it. This is Psalm 58 and verse 3. It says, the wickedness are the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And the wicked is Esau, man. The self-proclaimed white man. It says, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. So as soon as an Edomite is born, it's fucking evil. It's wicked. It's a monster. You know? That's why you see these Edomite kids in these grocery stores and how in public they'll be acting a fool. They'll be acting a fool. The parent might spank them, you know, slap him on the hand or something. He cries and goes back to doing it. You know? I seen a Instagram post, and it's like some dude showing his little toddler how to shoot a rifle. And it's a little toddler with like a 22 calibrated AK-47 model. So it really shoots 22s, but it looks like an AK. And he has this little 4 or 5-year-old shooting at a car with this 22 rifle. And then somebody in the comment board says, yeah, he's getting ready to go to school. You know, Columbine. You know, one of those. When they snap, they snap, man. When they snap, they crash out. They do horrific things, man. But just in nature, they're into homosexuality, bestiality, witchcraft, Satanism, being thieves. Okay, just being contrary to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. The scriptures say good is set against evil. Okay, so they're contrary to the beliefs of the Israelites, man. And then there they are in our land calling themselves Israelites, right? And they're out there with the biggest gay festival of the year, of the world. You know, Pink City in Tel Aviv is like the well-known biggest pride festival of the whole planet, man. Which is wild, man. So Psalm 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth their ear. And their poison is their philosophy that they induce on the world. They introduced it, and now they're inducing it. They got you people drunk, mad off of their philosophies, man. Especially these women, man.
That's great.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 15:7. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yep. And that pride goes hand in hand with wickedness, man. And they teach you people to be proud. All right, especially you American, so-called American people. Okay, you're the most proud. You know? Here it is, they teach you in America to be proud, to be a fucking fool. You know? That's why the scriptures call America, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And this place has not seen any major conflict. There hasn't been any major rebuke or anybody come against you to rebuke your pride, man. To tell you that you're wrong. But real soon that's going to take place. You done with what you had? All right, this is back in Psalm 58. Verse 4 again. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth their ear. Once again, those philosophies, man. All right, here in America was founded the Church of Satan, man, in San Francisco. In 1966 was founded by Aleister Crowley, all right, the Satanic Church, okay, which is a coven for witches and for witches and for Satanists. In every big city in America, you got a witch coven, man. Just Google it. There's more than 2 in every state. Easy to see. All right, you got places like Salem, all right, which I believe is in Washington or Oregon. Which Salem goes back to witchcraft. Here in California, you got Hollywood, goes back to witchcraft. All right, places like Tennessee, you got Memphis, which goes back to Egypt. Okay, which they were heavily into witchcraft. All right. So they push it on you people, man. Super heavy. Especially in this fucking music. You know? He does what he wants. Because he's signed to him.
Hey, there's a perverse spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He listening to that music because he thinks he's cool, man.
Right.
He's proud.
Yeah, that's what being cool teaches you. Or so-called wickedness, that's how you be cool.
You know what I mean? Here it is, he thinks he's the shit, man. You know, he's the star of the show. But really all he's doing is giving everybody else a damn headache with that loud ass music. Ain't nobody wanna hear that shit.
Good. Yeah, this is Isaiah 19:14. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Right? Yeah. And that's all, that's the spirit of Esau, Edom. That's the spirit of the world, man. All right, that these Amalekites have pushed upon the world through many years of programming, man. Many years of casually escalating wickedness. You know what I mean? So you don't really see that you're being overtaken by it. This society doesn't realize that they're, overtaken by pure wickedness and evil, because, this place over throughout, all these years have been ramping up the wickedness slowly over time, starting with Disney, and things like that. Starting with McDonald's and different fast food places, chains popping up, all right? And it's all accumulated to what it is today, to where they're spraying poison in the air, to where the food is poison. They're putting chemicals in the water, all right? They're constantly giving you more hours to work with less pay, raising the prices on everything, and they do it all incrementally. They do it all slowly. Pushing wickedness, all right? Homosexuality, all this LGBTQ stuff, it all started as a spark that turned into a huge dumpster fire, man. And now these people are drunk off of it, to the point where, you could talk about homosexuality be a sin, and somebody want to come and fight you over that, man.
Yeah, I got the word there for reverse. The Hebrew word is awayim, and it says distorting, perverting, warping. Now you go down for a definition, and it says temper of distorting, warped judgment.
Right.
It warps your mind into believing that do as thou wilt is righteous. Okay, it says depravities, perversities, which is not unsuitable.
All right, and that's what you have being pushed, all right, throughout the four corners of the earth through this, American system. All right, hookup culture, women, women's liberation. All right, and that's why you have all these different cases of women being abused and mistreated and hurt and different things happening to them, getting killed. Getting drunk at a bar and used and tossed on the side of the road, getting drugged. All these things happen to these women. Women are so scared of men. Well, that's because you're not around righteous men to protect you, or a man of your household to protect you. You out here on your own, thinking that some random guy you're gonna be safe with that man or something, man.
And they live for the thrill. They love that shit.
Well, that's what it is. You get it how you live, man.
They live for the thrill. They love that shit. They love strange encounters. They love to be picked up, dropped off by some random. Do it all over again. There was this account that took place not too far from here in Los Banos, which is probably like roughly an hour away, 40 minutes away. And this woman had a husband at home with children, young woman. Now everybody in the comment board is saying, well, what is she doing out if she got babies at home and a husband? And they're like, you can't judge this woman. She probably got ridiculed by her friends, and they kept influencing her. So come to find out that it was her friends, and some other guys out getting drunk. They wanted to go four-wheeling out there in Los Banos area where the canals are. One of the canals flipped, and I guess her body or whatever flew into the canal. She dies. It was like a week or two where they had to get like master divers to go and get her out of those canals. Surely they find her in a canal. Why did that happen? Because she was being wicked, committing adultery, man. And if she did not commit adultery, she would have, either way. Because she was getting drunk out with some other dudes and women. You know? Why do you go and hang out with the woman and get drunk with her, man? Why does a man go out and seek to hook up with a woman? You don't go to seek to hook up with a woman to bring her home and play video games with her. You know? You're not taking her home to play tag. You know? A man seeks to deal with a woman to either procreate or just have a good time in the sense of having sexual intercourse, man. That's what you do with the woman. You know?
Yeah, and this is an unrighteous society, man.
Hey, Yahweh Shai said it's an adulterous generation.
It's a wicked and adulterous generation. These men are not looking for a wife, and these women are not looking for a husband, man. They're just looking for, you know, a hit of dopamine. They're just looking for a quick hit and move on to the next one. That's why damn STDs are so rampant out here, man.
Right, and it's not. It's mainly, you know, because of these women. You know, because a man can deal with multiple women. All right, it's just that woman goes and deals with multiple men. You know, the brother said a man ain't looking for a wife. Hey, if you're looking for a wife in 2026, you might as well cut your dick off, man.
Well, I'm just saying it's not a righteous society. Like, obviously, yeah, of course, because of the time we're in. But according to the scriptures, that's not how it's supposed to be. A man can have multiple wives, and those women are supposed to be that one man. And that man is supposed to have those women. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom.
That is.
That's why there's all this shit going on, is because of unrighteousness, because of that perverse spirit, that warping of the way things are supposed to be. You know.
Yeah. So, but I was going into. You know, if you're looking to have a wife in this society, you're bugged out, man. Like if you're looking to find one, you're not gonna find that, man. You know, we got our elders and apostles bearing this truth before we were born, and they'll tell you. You know what I mean? You had apostles that had wives, and the wives go renegade, go rogue. We're gonna get all that in the kingdom, okay? If you've already had a wife, if you have a wife, that's good. But to be out there like looking for one, looking for a relationship, you're bugged out, man. You know, you're not gonna find that, man, on this side. Now, as you know, the Lord judges this place. Of course, that's gonna happen. You got women of the elect, of the 1/3. You know, but to be out here trying to find something like that, you're wasting your time. You might as well be in the scriptures, man. You know? Hey, this is our wife, man. You know? Because out here it's foolishness, man. Out here, these women, these men, they're all bugged out, man. You know? Go back to the jail. You know, that's your best bet, you know.
Proverbs 6:27, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Or can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent.
Right? You know, that's another reason why you need to stay away from these social gatherings. You know, there's a lot of these women, they do got actual husbands, and they're out there tricking around. This guy's on a business trip. You know, and these women are open for business, man. They're out there doing their wickedness, man.
Something that I've been seeing a lot of lately is these people that are married, are in open relationships now.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, my man's cool with it.
Christine.
Yeah,
Yeah. Come back here and,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a spirit that's growing out here, man.
Yeah.
We seeing that shit more and more.
Okay.
Yeah. Or just, I've been seeing like on Snapchat, it'll be like a dude and his wife's like profile or whatever. And it'll be a dude like with his wife right there, his wife, with her asshole out, like thong and shit. She's twerking, and this nigga right there, it's like, bro, everybody's able to see this. That should be before you, behind locked doors, where nobody can see that. Another man should not even be able to see that. Okay? Not saying that you're going to lust after it, but it's just there for you to see things that are not for you to see. You go to the beach nowadays, you got all these women thong and ass out, G-stringing it out.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn, bro. It's fucking wild.
Yeah. That's part of that perverse spirit that's out here, man.
Yeah, that perverse. Oh, I'm gonna get that again. Isaiah 19:14. It says, "The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit."
Right. Pretty soon, all this stuff is gonna vanish away. That's why it says, "Love not the world and the things that are therein," because that's what's in the world, man. Is all this crazy perverseness, man.
Warped judgment.
These people, go into these dang, what do you call it, swinger shit and all that stuff, where they're all just dealing with each other, having orgies and all kind of crazy stuff out here, man. Down low encounters, homosexual encounters. That's what's in the